So first things first, does everybody have something to write on and or with? If you are a digital person, are you ready to take those notes? Because we are going to do some writing today. How many of you, when you think of writing a book, automatically envision someone sitting in a small dark room with a typewriter, having not bathed or talked to another human in days? Right? No, hands up, let me see. How many of you, when you think writing a book, you think isolation, you think struggle, you think, oh my God, I'm going to never see my family again until that last word is written? Okay, well, I'm here to tell you that is not writing. That's the myth that you've been fed by those who back in the day wanted to keep you from doing it. Okay? Second thing is, as women, do you feel some modicum of nobody's going to want to read this if I write it? Again, don't be shy. Let me see those hands. How many? Exactly. And so I, as a writing coach, am here to give you the tools and things that you need to dispel those myths and get your story told. Because everyone, whether it's your biography, whether it's your grandma's recipes that you've always wanted to put in a book and share with the family, whether it's that great American novel that you've always wanted to write, everyone has a story worthy of being told. So, what is a Build-A-Book? It is a way to manage all of the different things that go into producing something that's going to be published and sent out into the world. It contains all of these different elements and more. I want to point out here that when we talk about self-publishing in particular, a lot of the things that people don't think about are going to be your budget and marketing plan. All of that is a component that goes into this particular system. And something I do want to point out, I'm going to be talking from a novelist's point of view, so I'm going to be talking someone who's writing fiction. But this particular process works regardless of the genre, regardless of the type of book, because again, like I said, you could be just putting together Granny's recipes to share with the family at the next reunion. You might be doing poetry. You might be doing a how-to book for new employees that you're going to be onboarding into your business. All of that can go into this structure. If you don't want to write a book, but you're working on a big project or you have a big goal in your business, you can use this structure as well. Because a lot of the same components go into goal achieving as it does in book production. Why build a book? I will start a build a book for each idea that I think is going to be a full-length novel or a full project. And what I do is I start any idea that comes to mind, any bit of dialogue, whatever, goes into that particular notebook. And so I have all those notes and things together in one spot. Now, I am also one of those people that at a stoplight will pull a napkin out of my glove compartment and have to write down that bit of dialogue because I hear the voices, the characters talk to me, I have to do what they say. I tell the story, I was on a date once, we're having a wonderful conversation. Character says, excuse me, this just happened to me. And I'm like, could you hold that thought for just a second? Fold the napkin, tuck it away. And he's like, what just happened here? And I'm like, don't worry about it. It's okay. But what happens is then I have all those bits and pieces of paper. I come back, they go into that particular build-a-book. Number two, it simplifies book production because I have a single file, I have a single notebook, I have a single place that has all of my notes relating to that particular book. It has my idea for the book cover. It has resources. I've met wonderful people here, people who can help me maybe, market my book, right? Well, I want their name, their business card or whatever in that spot related to that one book. And then number three, it allows you to productively procrastinate. We're going to talk more about that later, but keep that in mind. It allows you to productively, so you're still getting things done, but you're procrastinating on writing that book. But like I said, we'll talk about that in a minute. So what do you need? Now, again, I am old school. I am pen and paper to my heart. So I have 3-ring binders everywhere. I have little dot grid notebooks everywhere. And I'm writing and all that good jazz. Well, my daughter drugged me kicking and screaming into the 21st century. And she's like, Mom, you know you have a note application on your phone. You know you can just voice record. Okay, fine. So now I have, notes on my phone and all that. But basically what you need is something to store your information. So it's either a paper file folder, a 3-ring binder, it's a hard drive, it's your cell phone. It's a specific, if you really have a few dollars to spare, you've maybe got an old tablet that you can dedicate to this particular project. But you're gonna have to have some place to store things. You're gonna have to have writing utensils if you're pen and paper. Small confession, I'm also a pen addict. And so I have a plethora of writing utensils at the house. All the different colors, gel, glitter, glow in the dark, light up when you think about it. I have it all, right? But you're going to want to have something to write with. You're gonna need adhesives. Now, again, because I am pen and paper predominantly, I will print off pictures and I'm sticking them in that Build-A-Book. I will cut stuff out of magazines lying around, right? You gotta have some way to put it in your notebook so it doesn't fall out. If you're using digital, your data entry device, so keyboard, stylus, Apple Pencil, whatever. Paper cutter, paper, you get the gist. Basically, we are crafting your book. Think of it also as vision boarding, if you will. You're putting together a tangible, multi-dimensional vision of your finished project.